Yes, the question so now is going to be for a lot of people when the war is going to end, because basically it could be directly next year. I think Russia is going to need a few months to clean everything, but the end is coming. Von, your turn.
I mean, just overall, I think it's reasonable to think maybe by the end of the fall, next fall, it should be wrapped up, at least in the eyes of most people. I mean, I just don't see how they can continue past the winter and then spring with the Russians gaining momentum every day. I mean, yeah, it's getting ready to be winter time in a month, and they'll have to slow down maybe. But I mean, even if there's a peace deal and stuff, and you got to, de-escalate, unwind, maybe by the end of next year, it'll be either over on the battlefield or it'll be over on the battlefield. There'll be some kind of deal being put in place. So end of 2025. Shadowy, I guess, next.
I
And then
think that for the next operation, the most strong opponent for the Russian army is going to be basically the winter, their own logistics, and the stupid idea that some middle-ranking officer could have, that I'm going to make the big break and they're going to rush somewhere and basically have their whole column destroyed by a surprise attack from drones or Ukrainian artillery, what is going to be left. Like it's already happened a few times, like in Volodar a few months ago. They have to be careful about the enthusiasm of some middle-ranked officer.
There's some rumors, right? No, I see on Twitter, they're sharing that they are now adopting more soldiers from the streets. This time around, they're going to concerts and whatnot, and this time, and also they're wearing plain clothes. I'm not sure. I just saw the headlines on the Twitter.
So yeah, there was a video posted on X just today. Last night they were at some sort of music concert or some sort of nightclub or something, rounding up people.
Toby.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there that like it could be that we don't see a peace deal made, and the reason is because Ukraine, let's be realists. Ukraine wasn't a great prize. Ukraine wasn't a hyper-productive, rich, wonderful place during peacetime. And at the moment it's economically ruined and depopulated. So a large part of the peace is going to be like, who pays for that? Because at the moment it's the European Union's on the hook for that. But, and that's expensive. Ukraine's a big place. It's really big. It's bigger than European countries, and there's tens of millions of people, and none of them have got an economy to support them, and they all need energy and petrol generators, and it's a really expensive enterprise, and there's not much payback for it. What do you get? You get Ukraine. Well, that sucks. Well, no, I don't mean to be harsh, but without the Donetsk and Crimea and the rest of it, it's just like more Poland with like angrier people in it, and so and a huge bill, right? And so I don't know if Russia really want that. And also, I'm a bit skeptical about the Russian military-industrial complex. That's a pretty dark universe unto itself. And if I was a billionaire making loads of money out of the massive rearmaments push and looking to make even more money out of the market, I might want to keep this showroom of my merchandise churning along in a forever war, because that's basically like pumping money into my pockets from the Russian economy. And if you think those billionaires don't sit in the Russian Duma and have influence on the Russian policy, then that's a cheery worldview for you to have. But knowing that they do, I can see this conflict raging on for ages, just as fuel to get the Russian arms industry back up into its glory days, where it had big export contracts all over the world. So I'm not hopeful because I don't see a peace deal that's good for the Russians. Like, frankly, it's especially if they have to take on the debt of Ukraine. So this is the other thing, right? Ukraine has got such a crushing debt at the moment that whoever takes it over is going to be like, it's throwing good money after bad. So that's why 100%. I'm not hopeful of a peace. I think it's almost like the prize no one can afford to win.
That's why Russia will not conquer the rest of Ukraine.
I
they want to keep one small land.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.